I'm going to do a review on what's in this bag. You're definitely going to be interested in this. Stick around. Right, let's get this thing open and find out what's in it. Well, I already know what's in it, which is how I know it's going to be a review item. This company contacted me asking if I was interested, and I said, yep, sure, I'll take a look. And it's quite an interesting item. And this is what's in the packet. You've got a Pokit Meter, portable multimeter, oscilloscope and logger. Measure anything, anywhere. Curious, isn't it? So it's in the App Store as well, Apple Store and the Google Play Store, for the software using your phone to interface with it. And it's just a little portable meter. Let's say this company contacted me and asking me if I was interested in having a look at it. Obviously I haven't looked at it myself yet. I've got no idea what it's like. There'll be links down below and that sort of stuff to go to the website and for more information. I've had a chance to play around with it and actually try it out and have an opinion about how good it is or what features it has. Then I'll include the information towards the end of the review. So make sure you watch the whole review, watch the whole thing, because later on there'll be more information about how I actually find it. So some more details there. Multimeter, oscilloscope, diode logger, wireless, portable and share. Right, so here's the specs for it. This is the top half of the box. Obviously I'll scroll down a second or shift it up if we want to see it. So AC/DC voltage, AC/DC current, resistance, oscilloscope mode, AC/DC coupling, AC/DC current, spectrum analyzer. Cool, interesting. Diode, polarity, continuity and temperature. Oscilloscope mode, triggers and cursors, yeah. Logger, AC/DC coupling, AC/DC current and temperature, so you can log those things. All through the app obviously. This is just like an interface for the app. And these are the actual core specs. So DC voltage, 10 millivolts to 60 volts DC, 1%, that's alright I suppose. It's not groundbreaking, but it's certainly in something of this size and this function, that's certainly interesting, reasonable specs. AC voltage measurement, the same sort of thing, about 42 volts RMS. Current 1 milliamp to 2 amps. Resistance measurement 1 to 1 mega ohm. So the top end's a bit of an interesting limitation. 5%, yeah, that's alright. Ambient temperature, yeah, alright. Continuity less than 30 ohms, so it's less than 30 ohms, it will beep. Diode check at 1.5 volts, 40-bit ADC. 1 mega sample per second. Acquisition 10 milliseconds to 10 seconds. That's not bad, is it? Logging rate 1 second to 1 day. Alright, okay. Duration for 1 year, 6 hours a sample, but obviously it depends on your battery life and how you're going to power it. Wireless range 10 meters. Yeah, battery life around 6 months. Obviously that's not if you're using it, it's going to be standby time, isn't it? And lead span, I suppose you could say probe length, I don't know, so 40 centimeters. Okay. And there's the website there, pokitmeter.com, so make sure you go and check that out. There'll be links down below, and I'll probably chuck some cards up and stuff as well, but there's some more information which we'll go and look at too. Right, there's a sticker over it, security seal thing, as you tend to get these days. Well, tend to get, let's say these days. Right. Oops, upside down. Oh, well, it's kind of upside down. So there's like a little bag for it, carry bag. Put little pouches in it as well, so you can put things into it. There's some hook probes. I'll get those in a minute. And there's the actual unit, which I'm going to probably push out from the bottom. That packaging is a bit tight. There we go. And that's it. And these are the probes built into the sides. Interesting. Certainly use a portable little meter, isn't it? You could actually carry this on the keyring. You actually could do it. Hence the name, Pokit Meter. Right. So you've got the probes like this, and it's like a retractor cold thing. pull them out. I think that's it. And that button there will be to wind them back in again. Nice design. I'm only worried about longevity of the cables. I mean, they feel like nice wires, they feel like silicone or something. But I think if you're pulling on them a lot in the actual silicone will stretch, which means you're pulling on the wires themselves inside the leads. So I don't know how that's going to go long term, but it's not going to be something you use all the time anyway. It's not like something everyday meter, is it? It's going to be something you carry around for the time where you're going to need one. The incident that happens when you don't have a meter with you, then you'll have one. That's what it's meant for, isn't it? So it's not like you're going to be using it all the time for that. So retail price, I'm afraid I don't remember. I think I was told, I can't remember. But it's on the website, so we're going to link to that or something. Maybe I'll insert some video or something for that. So that turns. I can see a lock, unlock here. So I guess we turn that to get the battery out or something. I think it's to get the battery out. The cover's now loose, so I'm thinking it's, there you go, if we get into the battery. So there's a pull tab there, so we've got to pull out and also to power it up. So I think I'll just pull that tab. Trying to pull the tab. I think I tore it off. Let's take the battery out. Somehow. There we go, let's take the battery out and pull the tab off that way. There we go. Tab got a bit stuck on the metal there. Right. No big deal. Okay, it's battery back in. So we shall put this back together. Right. Do you think I should read instructions or something? Oh no, it does. Okay, so in here, that is actually a fuse. It's marked on there. So it must be a protection system inside there. Get the light on it, maybe be able to read it. It's a fuse. Oh, cool. Nice one to include one, especially when it's custom like this. Hopefully you don't blow it up and need it. Yeah, you might get lucky. Don't blow the fuse. I think I might take it out intact and pop it in here. I think that's probably why that middle pouch is that size. And then we've got these probes, obviously. Pop these out. Quick probes, and these are multimeter size, so they will go. Also, I'm doing the wrong colour. Yeah, I should do the right colour, shouldn't I? So you can do it like that, I'm guessing. You pop them in there. There we go. Nice design. Cool. Right, well, question is now, how do we use it? Okay, inside the box here, tucked in there, was this little quick start thing to get you going. Very simple. Let's follow it, shall we? I've already got my phone here next to me. So obviously I've done the first part with the battery, and then also in the battery compartment is the fuse underneath where the battery sits, apparently. So the fuse is directly underneath it. That's where it's located. You can get to it easily if you need to. Obviously it's the sort of thing you probably don't want to blow. Alright, so connecting to your pocket. So get the app. I've already got the app. It's already on my phone. Information about device compatibility, visit, yeah, whatever. So visit the website if you've got device compatibility issues, or you need to know if your device will work with it. Move battery installation tab, done that. Open the app and see your device is listed. Yeah, connect to the pocket and start measuring. Right, so here's the app. Let's open it up. So it's got a little intro screen thing here. Let's get a bit closer so you can see what I'm talking about. Next page, information there, a bit instruction stuff. Telling you how to use it. Yeah, tells you about doing the battery. Right. It already asked me before. I opened up the app last time, a couple of minutes ago, and it asked me to allow this app to use my Bluetooth. I've allowed that, obviously, so that step's not shown. And now it's showing the pocket. So let's tap that. Connected to it. Okay, start measuring. Right. So let's do resistance measurement. Okay, let's stick the phone here. and we shall touch the probes together. So that's not too bad. Response time's okay, considering it's wireless as well. Alright, let's actually get something to measure. I probably have something here. Okay, let's do a voltage measurement. Let's have a look. Voltage. It's got a scale down the side here with different things. Cancel when I've done that. Diode test voltage DC. Is that just scrolling around and around? I think it is, actually. Menu, is there a different way of doing this? Multimeter, oscilloscope, logger. Alright, okay. So, continuity. Well, there's no beeper. A beeper would be nice. On the phone, even, you know, if the phone just beeped when you touch those together. Otherwise, it might just be using resistance measurement, mustn't you? And this is a separate function for that. I think it's just loops around and around and around. I don't like that because it's confusing. Yeah, maybe something I should look at on the app here is just say you got just displayed down the side the main functions, or even along the bottom. Got all this space along the bottom here or along the top. Put them across there. You know, I think that'd be better than on down the side. I think because you put them along the top, then you just tap on the one you want. It doesn't scroll around. This is a bit. I think this is a bit clunky. It's not my favourite. Okay. Yeah, it's a sort of. It just repeats itself. So I've got diode there. So I've got diode there and diode here at the same time on the screen. Alright, so volts there, the same setting. And if you've got maybe a bigger phone screen, then maybe it'll show more than I do. I don't like that scrolling forever. Yeah. Okay. Diode test. Let's get a diode. Was it a 1N4002? I think it is. Yep, 4002. So let's probe this. In that direction. Showing nothing as it should. Spin it around. In that direction. 1. Okay. That's interesting. Just 1. This kind of goes against traditional methods of measuring diodes. You want to know what the voltage drop is, and rounding it to the nearest volt probably ain't the best way. Resistance 1K. Let's measure it the same way twice. I think I might have done. Yeah, I did. Right. Yeah, I think it could use some work in a couple of little details, you know, like this is obviously rounding it. I mean, you want to measure the actual, if you're measuring a diode, you want to know what its drop is. You know, this should be about 0.6 volts, but just saying 1 isn't of enough resolution to me. I mean, it's not going to be 1 volt drop. Yeah, I think that's another little thing they need to tweak. Okay. That's alright. I mean, it's telling you that the diode works at least, you know. It's just the resolution doesn't seem as good as it probably should be. Okay, let's do DC voltage. And I've got some batteries sitting here. Let's grab one of these. These old batteries, which I've salvaged recently. Let's see what he thinks of that. 3.98 volts. That's actually correct. I know that's actually about right. Another one. 404, yep, it's probably right. Another one. 3.82, yep, okay. These are numbers which I saw a couple of days ago when I was testing this as well, so accuracy there seems relatively right. We could actually find out precisely. Let's get my, well, more precisely, EV log meter here out. And we'll test the same 3 batteries and we'll see what we get. Oh, because I'm on bloody AC, that's why. That'd be why. DC. Rookie mistake. Here you go, 3.911. What did I say I got? 3.98. Check again. 3.98. So, what's that? A 70 millivolt difference. Yes, I know the pros backwards. 3.97. I got 404 out, didn't I? So again, 70 millivolts difference. Okay. So there's a slight inaccuracy there. This isn't meant to be precision anyway. I mean, it's not high precision. It's just 3.89. Well, I've got 3.96, wasn't it? So again, 70 millivolts. So calibration-wise, it seems to be slightly out. This meter's not perfect, but it's close. And I know that this, in this particular instance, will be pretty close. It's not that far out. So this is obviously slightly out of calibration relative to what this meter is saying. But again, you're not talking about a big amount. This is like the sort of thing used in an emergency. It's not really a thing you'd use with precision measurements. So okay, let's get something else. Let's get resistor. Alright, so I've got my resistance box here. Now this isn't 100% accurate. I know this isn't precise at all. It's just a substitution box, okay? But I just want to test the functionality out. So we want resistance on here, which is at the top at the moment because of where the scroll is sitting. Yeah, I don't like that. Okay, let's get in there. Currently measuring 0 ohms, and that would actually be correct. So let's just yes, I know I'm doing black to red, and it doesn't matter. I'm just going to change it over anyway, just to keep everyone happy. Alright, so 0 ohms, just go 1 ohm. Allowing for contact resistance up here. It's not great connections up here. Here we go, 1 ohm, 2 ohms. That's right, it's measuring ohms. Yeah, 10 ohms, yeah. 100. Okay, they're supposed to do 1 meg, isn't it? 1 meg ohm, okay. Yeah, 1 meg ohm is the limit. There we go. So you can't. Anything above 1 meg ohm is unreliable. So this is 90k. Yeah, 990k right now. But I know this isn't perfect. That's measuring 1.1 meg ohm. But 900k was measuring 1 meg ohm. That's a bit of a difference, actually. That's quite a big difference. It seems to be out by a fair bit in that top end there. The lower end is good. So if I do 200k, it's giving me 215, right? I'll put my EV log meter back in again. Drop this over here like that for now. And I'm going to plug these probes straight in. 200. Alright, so that's 15k out. So resistance above 200 is actually quite a long way out. If I do 100k, that's say 100.5 on here. Okay, let's do the pocket and we'll see where that gets. .3 or 103. Right, so it's starting to drift out above 100k. So accuracy above 100k is not great. Relatively, yeah, okay, resistance there, you can see roughly what's there, but that's a long way out. That's 3%. 3% out, but it did say 5% on resistance, didn't it? I think the spec said 5%, so I think that particular resistance is still correct. We're going plus or minus 5%. Right, so at 100k, it's within spec. 200k is out of spec. Alright, so we'll shove that back on again. 215. Now it's actually 200. So it should be 210k would be the 5% spec. So that's about 7.5% out. So that's getting significant. And then that's at the 900k range, which I'll show on the EV blog meter. Bring that back over. That's giving me 900 and something, like 904, 903. Right, it's basically 900, right? Call it 903. And on here, getting exactly 1 meg. Okay, so that is 10% out, basically. Nearly 10% out. So actually it's more than 10% out. It's 9. Yeah, it's more than 10% out. Probably about 11%. That error ratio. I'm not going to sit down and do the maths for you, but that's well at spec and a high end. So that's something I'm probably going to have to look at as far as calibration. It's always a calibration thing. Maybe it's a firmware thing they can do. I don't know. Okay. It can do currents as well. 2 amps. Okay, so current limit is 2 amps. I'll show you that. So it'll pop up here just to remind you, which is nice detail. I mean, the software is quite nice, it's quite well polished. It's just, I think the GUI could be a bit better. And, you know, I just don't like this scrolling thing. I think the rest of it's alright, just that scrolling I don't like. But yeah, nice little warning up there. Warning there, 2 amps will, anything greater than 2 amps will damage your meter. Temperature, 27.2. Well, actually, that's pretty accurate. Now, my bench meter here is saying 27.0. So yeah, 27.3 now. So temperature wise, yep, it's pretty close. I'll agree with that. You can also do Fahrenheit as well if you want to. Was there other options in here which I may have missed? Not this time. I want voltage. There. If I saw something. No. Okay. Right. So that's those basic functions. I mean, I'm going to go through every little detail for that, but obviously you can see the accuracy isn't wonderful above a certain point. Below that range, it's at the lower end of it. It seemed to be fine. Okay, oscilloscope. Tap the pocket to acquire data. Okay. I guess I'm going to have to look at this part of it. What am I supposed to be measuring? Voltage. Values clipped. Okay, volt window. Let's go for volts. So you can do volts and amps resolution. So let's do that. AC DC. Yeah, that's the coupling. So 5 volts in the window, not per division. Is that right? And 500. Let's do 1 second per division. Okay. That should be sampling now. Oh. Okay. I think it's sampled already. There we go. So yep, that did indeed sample. So that is per division, and that is per window height. So it's not per division, which is, as an oscilloscope, anyone who uses an oscilloscope or has used an oscilloscope knows things are done per division. Right? The people that write this and made the software would also know that, I expect. So to have this saying 5 volts in the window, that's confusing. If you're trying to introduce people to electronics and getting involved in this sort of thing, you should be starting with the basics at the correct methodology, right? So an oscilloscope is using per division. So I should be doing 5 volts per division, or 1 volt per division, right, rather than in the window. I can understand why they've done that, to simplify it in some way, but electronics people should understand divisions and how to calculate things that way, or at least learn how to do it. Alright, time window, that's 1 second. Let's do 5 seconds. Okay. That's 1 second to put a division here, and that's showing time window. So it's showing the correct thing here, divisions. So it's dividing it down, but I think they should specify it in divisions rather than window size. I suppose then you know what your capture size is, I suppose. I mean, in a way that makes sense, but it could just say the capture size like it says for the division. You could just reverse them around and say, that's your divisions and that's your capture size. You know, you're capturing for 5 seconds. Yeah, anyway, okay, let's do another one. 5 seconds. Let's just do this. That's what we get. Here we go. So yeah, that's sampling alright. So what I might try doing is swapping these leads around as it's sampling. Do that. And swap it around quickly and try and get the other side. Here we go. So there we go. That's both polarities. Does it give me... It does have cursors. So you can actually put cursors in here and drag them around. Find out what the voltages are at those points. That's nice. That's a nice little feature. It's kind of hidden, but it's there. I did see something pop up about it before. It also gives you specs down here, like data, like deviation, delta, sorry, delta time, delta voltage. So that's nice. Those are nice features. Those are indeed oscilloscope features. Okay, well, that's not bad. So 1 millisecond is the shortest sample time. Okay. And down here it says time window. Yeah. Frequency domain. Okay. Do 100 Hertz then. It's in frequency domain now. Alright. See what it does. Nothing. It's probably because it's not really a frequency. Okay, so time domain, frequency domain. So that's for doing spectrum analyzer functions, I suppose. So this is obviously me playing around with it, learning how to use it a little bit and playing around with it. It's got auto triggering. So trigger, rising trigger. So you can set your trigger point, can you? Can I raise that? Oh, I can scroll the thing around. I can drag the display, it's quite nice. So how am I going to set the trigger? Tap or drag line label. Line label, okay. So drag the line label, there we go. Is it? No. I think I've just done something else. Oh, there we go. Right, I've got it now. My fat fingers. So yep, you can adjust the triggering. Okay. History. So these are segmented memory. Effectively, this is segmented memory. Okay, that's a nice feature too. Full screen. It takes away all the cursors, all the extra stuff. Gives you a bigger view, and it gives you less information still from the other thing I was playing with before. Alright, and data logger. Interval 10 seconds, okay, let's just do this again. What do we get? Is it going to stop after 10 seconds? No. Tap to retrieve or refresh. Maybe I'll tap that. No? There. Oh look, you can do the scaling by pinching and zooming. That's pretty cool. Right. But I didn't see the stuff I did just now to test it. There's a zero trace there. Okay, let's try this again, shall we? Interval 5 seconds. Maybe it's just taking a sample at timing. Maybe that's what I did wrong there. Okay, so let's do 1 second sampling. So I'll hold it on a little bit and release. Obviously I was doing like a resistance, so I'll be able to change resistors. And there we go, that's what's going on there. So it's taking a sample every second. Not each state change, but every time period. And scale it down, there we go. I do like that zooming, that scaling thing, that's nice. So the interface on the phone, I think is actually pretty good. Right, it's been a few days later on and I've got back to doing some more work with this thing. So I've got this hooked up to my Siglent MSO, which has a AWG built into it. So I'm outputting a 1 Hz 340 millivolts peak to peak signal. Yeah, sine wave, obviously, as you can see. It's a bit washed out, I suppose. I don't know, is it? Might help slightly. Okay, so you can see there we do indeed have a waveform which looks about correct. So it's got 500 milliseconds per division, so it should be crossing over each division just here, and it is. So that actually matches up time frame wise. Voltage wise, we're getting what? There is a way of doing this. There we go, it's cursors. So let's just peak that on there. 0.176, that's about 356 millivolts, which is very close. Yeah, obviously I'm just doubling it, right? So that's okay, that's all good. So that looks right. Now let's just crank this frequency up and I'll see what else we get. Now it's only samples when you do the sample thing. Yes, I'll do that, it will do a sample. Right, you see it's whizzing around, it's now taking a sample. And there we go, that's what it's captured. So I'll do the same thing again with a higher frequency. So that is at 1 Hz. So let's do 30 kilohertz. That will change it significantly. Alright, and then we can zoom in and see it's not a great sine wave there because obviously there's the sample rate, but it's there. So if I recapture again, come on, recapture. Supposed to be getting better. 200 Hz. That's 20 microseconds. Is that recapturing correctly? I'm just trying to get the right sample rates on it. So 20 microseconds a division is what we get in there. Okay, so that's that one. Let's say that's at 30 kilohertz. I can't remember what the maximum sample rate of this was. Yeah, anyway, let's wind this frequency up some more. So let's just go. Should we try 1 megahertz? See if we can see that okay. Okay, so 1 megahertz. Almost, hold on, trying to get just there. 1 megahertz, okay. We sample that. And there we go, it's 1 megahertz. So you can see that just fine. Alright. Now I did have some options. So a frequency domain I can do as well. Should we try that? See what it does? Not really showing much, is it? I'm probably doing it wrong. That's because I'm at megahertz, aren't I? And then I know it's because I'm too high frequency. Okay, I'll turn it back off. Right. So let's go higher than 1 megahertz. Shall we? Let's go, I don't know, 5 megahertz. Aha, now you see the amplitude's dropping off. Obviously because of the less than ideal probing. Okay, this is the trade-off you get with these kinds of probing instead of using proper cables, you know, like BNCs and stuff like that, which are designed for high frequency stuff. So that'd be running off because of that. But let's increase the voltage. Let's do 1 volt peak to peak. Resample. See, it hasn't grown a lot. Okay, so it's struggling at that 5 megahertz region. So let's come down. Let's do 3 megahertz. Come on, tap. Here we go. Right. So that's fine. So it's not too bad. I mean, so you can actually use it as an oscilloscope. You know, at least for periodic stuff like this. I don't know how it will go for other kinds of sporadic signals, you know, like doing serial communications and trying to see the serial data. I'm not sure about that. Maybe that's something I should look at. Oh look, we've got a aliasing going on. Cool. Alright, anyway, so that does work at least. So I was trying to figure out this whole frequency domain thing here, right? So I've got it set 2 kHz right now, and I've got a 1 kHz signal coming in, and I'm still not seeing a signal. So I'm not quite sure what the story is with this. I would have thought that would like show something. I've come right down from the 500 kHz window, but I'm not seeing anything on the screen here. So I don't know, is it something to do with triggering maybe? I just don't know. I just can't seem to get this frequency domain thing to actually work. Let's try that. No, still nothing. So I'm at a loss for that. Go right up to the other end of the scale. Just like, I don't know. I'm at a loss. I don't know why that doesn't work. It's a bit of a mystery. So I don't know what's going on with that part. I can't seem to get that part to function. I'm probably doing something wrong, but I don't know what that would be. Anyway, it's a multimeter. Is there anything else I can check in here? I think there is. No. There's no frequency readout on here, is there? No, there is no frequency readout on here. I mean, you also got the turn it off. Sure, we get dual cursors on here. Yes, I could. There we go. We've got delta. So it's 165 Hertz. If I do between 2 peaks, there you go. It's just zoom this in and try and get these in the right places. Just do it on these lower peaks so I can actually see what I'm clicking on. Makes more sense, doesn't it? There we go. 992.3 Hertz it works out to there. It's probably just me being slightly off with the cursors. So, and I've got 1 kHz coming in. So that part works out quite nice, you know, you can tell that information. And the delta value. Oh god, just lost it. Stick one cursor there, one cursor here. 1.034 volts, and I'm getting 1 volt peak to peak. So yeah, that's kind of right. So I mean, it's a great little, it's a great little gadget. You know, it's really, it works very well. I'm actually quite surprised. So the Kickstarter I got coming up is called the Pocket Pro. It's like a pen style, you know, pen style meter instead of this round format. So that's a Kickstarter coming up very soon. It's due to launch, you know, within the month. I think this month or something it's supposed to start. So yeah, that's going to be starting up soon. So watch out for that too. So go to pokitmeter.com. Right, spelt this Pocket Meter. If you do buy anything from there, please somehow add a reference to my site sending you there, or to this video, so mentioning you've seen this video. This will help me to have a relationship, hopefully get a new version of the Pocket Pro too. Maybe have a look at one of those in future when they get released. We'll see how we go. This seems to work quite nicely, and it's got some little quirks with the user interface, which you know, each works okay. I just prefer it to be done differently, and that's fine. You know, it's alright. The oscilloscope part actually works surprisingly well. Should I try a square wave before I sign off? Let's do a square wave. Square wave. That looks very different, doesn't it? Again, because of the probing and these cables, not ideal. But see if I can get this nicer. it's pretty much the same. So yeah, it's interesting the way it's doing that, because obviously it's a compensation issue kind of thing. You know, there's not much I can do about that, but yeah, it will show a square wave-ish. It shows sideways really nicely. Let's do a ramp. It's like a sawtooth, and you can see it's slightly curved. It's not dead straight. So yes, there's definitely a compensation issue thing. Cardiac waveform. So yeah, it works. I mean, it does some functionality. I mean, it's not a kind of oscilloscope I'd say you could rely on 100%. It's not going to replace a benchtop oscilloscope or a decent handheld oscilloscope, right? This is going to be the sort of thing which is convenient to have with you in a pinch. You know, if you need to quickly check something like, is your car alternator charging, is your alternator failing, hook up to your 12-volt battery on your car and see what your waveform's coming out like from your alternator. You see if you dropped a diode or something like that. You know, it's that kind of thing you can use it for if you're away from your bench, away from any standalone professional test gear. You know, that kind of thing. Yeah, I think it's a cool thing, especially for the price. Now, the price of this at the moment, I believe it's $90 US on their website. So well worth a look. You know, especially for the functionality, very handy. Yeah, it's nicely designed. The app is good. It's good. Anyway, make sure you check it out and say you saw the video, and that'll help me out. So thank you very much, Pokit Meter, for supplying me this to test and play around with and to review. It's very generous of them to give me something like this to play with. I do appreciate getting suppliers or manufacturers sending me items to review, to share with you guys watching the videos. Helpful to you, it's helpful to me, helpful to the manufacturer. It's like win-win all round. Yeah, I do encourage manufacturers to get in touch and see if I'll be interested in covering any of your products. I'm always looking for content to make new videos, and if you can send me something which is going to be of interest to my general audience, then yeah, good. I might be interested, and I'd say yes. Pokit contacted me and I said yeah, sure, looks like it's exactly the sort of thing I want to cover, so that's great. I hope you found it interesting. Make sure you go and follow the links in the description, and I'll probably stuck something up there as well, to go to their site and look at their offerings. They also have a Kickstarter in progress, I think even now or very soon, depending on when I release this video, for a new version, which looks pretty cool too. So thanks for watching, catch you later. Don't forget there's a thumbs up, very important, and subscribe, click the bell icon, otherwise you won't see my future videos and you'll miss out. You don't want to do that, you don't want to miss out on my stuff. So make sure you give the bell icon, the little ringy thing, over there, I think it is. Is it there? Or there? It's there somewhere. Catch you later.